My beloved sisters, have you ever wondered why some women seem to walk through life with an invisible shield? Why negativity struggles to reach them, why toxic people fail to break them, and why peace surrounds them even when chaos knocks at every door? It is not luck nor coincidence. It is Allah's special protection. Today, let us uncover the 7 signs that a woman is guarded by Allah from negative influences. Inner peace despite challenges is one of the most beautiful signs that Allah is guarding a woman from negative influences. Life is never free from trials, pain, heartbreak, misunderstandings, and unexpected losses will come to every soul. Yet some women carry a calmness that cannot be shaken, while others crumble under pressure. She stands firm, not because she is stronger on her own, but because her heart is anchored to the one who controls every affair. This peace is not the absence of hardship, rather it is the presence of faith in the midst of hardship. When Allah protects a woman, He places in her heart the certainty that everything happening around her is part of His divine plan. So while the storm may rage outside, within her heart there is a quiet trust that keeps her steady. She does not allow negativity from people or painful circumstances to break her spirit, because she knows that nothing can touch her unless Allah permits it, and if He allows it, then there is wisdom and mercy hidden within. Such a woman doesn't spend sleepless nights plotting revenge against those who hurt her, or wasting her energy on those who misunderstand her. Instead, she raises her hands in prayer, leaving her affairs to the Lord of the worlds. This reliance frees her from the burden of bitterness. She understands that when people walk away, it is Allah protecting her from relationships that might have harmed her faith or her peace. When opportunities slip from her hands, it is Allah redirecting her to something better, even if she cannot see it yet. Inner peace in the face of trials also shows in the way she speaks and carries herself. She avoids negative arguments, unnecessary conflicts, and toxic gatherings because her soul seeks environments that nurture faith and positivity. The challenges may be heavy, but she does not allow them to turn her heart dark. Instead, every pain brings her closer to Allah, every setback strengthens her resilience, and every disappointment deepens her trust. This unshakable calmness, this ability to smile through tears and to remain hopeful when doors close, these are clear signs that she is under the divine protection of the Most Merciful. A strong shield of faith is one of the clearest signs that a woman is protected by Allah from negative influences. Faith acts like an invisible armor around her heart, shielding her from the whispers of shaitan, the pull of worldly temptations, and the harmful intentions of those who wish to drag her into darkness. This shield doesn't mean she lives a life free from tests. Rather, it means that when life strikes with its harshest blows, her faith absorbs the shock, keeping her spirit unbroken. Such a woman finds her strength not in wealth, beauty, or status, but in her connection with her Creator. Every prayer she offers, every verse she recites, every moment she spends remembering Allah reinforces the shield around her. So when negative influences try to enter her life, whether through toxic friendships, misleading advice, or sinful invitations, her faith stands like a guardian at the door of her heart, refusing to let darkness settle in. This faith-driven protection also guides her choices. She doesn't need loud warnings to stay away from harm. Her heart naturally inclines toward what pleases Allah and turns away from what displeases Him. When a situation feels wrong, she steps back. When company feels toxic, she distances herself. When words feel empty of blessing, she chooses silence over participation. It is not fear of people that drives her decisions, but love and reverence for the one who gave her this faith in the first place. Negative influences lose their power over such a woman because she doesn't seek validation from the world. Her sense of worth comes from knowing she is obeying Allah, not from chasing trends, opinions, or approval. This shield of faith also protects her from despair. Even when life feels heavy, she holds on to hope, believing that her Rabb will never abandon her. It is this belief that keeps her heart soft when the world tries to harden it, and her soul pure when the world tries to stain it. A woman whose faith forms her shield walks through life with dignity, grace, and a serenity that no negativity can destroy, because Allah Himself guards her heart. Clarity in decisions is a powerful sign that Allah is protecting a woman from negative influences. Life is full of choices, some small, some life-changing, and often people are left confused, unsure which path to take. But when Allah shields a woman, He grants her wisdom and inner clarity that guides her toward decisions filled with goodness and keeps her away from choices that could harm her faith, her peace, or her dignity. This clarity doesn't always come as a loud voice or a sudden sign. Sometimes it comes as a deep sense of calm when she chooses what pleases Allah, or as discomfort when she is about to step into something harmful. She might not fully understand why she feels uneasy in certain situations, but her heart knows, and that is Allah's protection at work. He places light in her heart so she can see through deception, avoid the traps of negative people, and recognize opportunities that carry blessing instead of harm. Such clarity often comes because of her closeness to Allah. When a woman prays sincerely, seeks guidance through istiqra, and keeps her heart connected to the Quran, her decisions naturally align with what brings long-term peace rather than short-term pleasure. She doesn't rush into things just because others are doing them. She doesn't get swayed by glitter or pressured by people's opinions. Instead, she weighs her choices carefully, asking herself whether they bring her closer to Allah or take her further away. This guidance protects her from manipulation, from relationships that could break her spirit, and from opportunities that look good on the outside but carry harm on the inside. Many times people regret decisions because they followed their emotions blindly, but a woman guarded by Allah finds her emotions balanced by faith. Even if she makes a choice that seems difficult at first, like walking away from someone or turning down an offer later, she discovers it was the best decision for her soul and her future. That is the beauty of divine clarity. It keeps her from regretting her steps because she knows each one was taken with Allah's guidance, away from negativity and toward His mercy. Hidden protection from the unseen is one of the most comforting signs that Allah is guarding a woman from negative influences. Many times in life we only see what is in front of us, but beyond our eyes lies a world of the unseen. People's intentions, future events, traps set by those who wish us harm, or even spiritual dangers that we cannot comprehend. A woman under Allah's protection often has no idea how many storms were diverted before they could reach her, how many hearts were turned away before they could harm her, or how many paths were blocked because they carried destruction she could not see. This protection happens quietly without her realizing it. A proposal might fall through, and she feels disappointed, not knowing that this marriage could have brought her years of misery. A job opportunity might vanish, and she wonders why, unaware that it could have harmed her faith or taken her far from Allah. A friendship might end suddenly, leaving her confused, yet in reality Allah removed her from someone whose influence would have been toxic for her heart. These moments feel like losses at first, but with time she sees the wisdom. Allah was protecting her in ways she did not recognize at the time. Sometimes this hidden protection comes as an instinct, a feeling in her heart that something isn't right. She can't explain it logically, but she feels uneasy and decides not to proceed. Later she learns the truth and realizes how Allah saved her from harm she never saw coming. This is a divine gift because without Allah's mercy, no one can be saved from the unseen dangers that surround us daily. Such a woman walks through life with trust. She doesn't panic when plans change or when doors close because she believes Allah knows what she doesn't. She realizes that protection is not always about fighting battles. Sometimes it is about being shielded from battles altogether. The fact that she remains unharmed, her faith intact, her heart at peace, while others fall into traps of negativity and harm, this is a clear sign that Allah is guarding her in ways far beyond her understanding. Blessed companionship is another beautiful sign that Allah is guarding a woman from negative influences. In life, the people around us shape our thoughts, our emotions, and even our faith. A woman protected by Allah often finds herself surrounded by friends and companions who remind her of goodness, encourage her toward righteousness, and protect her from environments that would harm her spiritually or emotionally. This is not accidental. It is a blessing placed in her life by the one who knows how much influence the company we keep can have on our hearts. When Allah guards a woman, He removes people who would drain her energy, weaken her faith, or fill her heart with negativity. At first, this removal may feel painful. Losing friends or drifting apart from certain people can leave her feeling lonely for a time. But eventually she realizes that this space was created so that better companions could enter her life. People who respect her boundaries, remind her of prayer, speak with kindness, and guide her toward what pleases Allah. Such companionship protects her in subtle ways. When she feels weak, her friends lift her up with words of encouragement. When she forgets, they remind her. When she slips, they pull her back gently without judgment. They pray for her in private, defend her when she isn't there, and advise her sincerely when she seeks their counsel. These are not just friends, they are shields Allah places around her to keep the whispers of shaitan and the pull of toxic influences far away from her life. Even in her family, Allah blesses her with relationships that nurture rather than destroy her spirit. She finds love that is pure, advice that is sincere, and bonds that grow stronger through faith. And if she does not have many people around her, Allah blesses her with contentment in His company so that loneliness does not break her heart. Over time, she sees the wisdom. The people in her life either bring her closer to Allah or distance her from Him. So when she sees good company remaining and harmful company fading away, she recognizes it as Allah's way of protecting her heart, her faith, and her peace from every negative influence. A heart that leans toward goodness is one of the clearest signs that Allah is guarding a woman from negative influences. Such a heart feels restless in the presence of sin and uneasy in environments where Allah is disobeyed. It does not find comfort in gossip, backbiting, or actions that displease the Creator. Instead, it naturally inclines toward purity, kindness, and deeds that bring light to the soul. This is not something she forces upon herself. Rather, it is a gift from Allah, a heart that wants to stay clean even in a world filled with darkness. When a woman's heart leans toward goodness, she feels a sense of discomfort before she even commits a wrong action. It is as though something deep inside whispers to her, warning her that this path will not bring peace. This is Allah's mercy at work, protecting her before she slips too far. Many people only realize a mistake after it brings harm, but a woman whose heart Allah protects often senses it beforehand, giving her a chance to turn back before negativity surrounds her. This leaning toward goodness also shows in her choices. She prefers company that talks about faith, gatherings that bring her closer to Allah, and conversations that carry benefit rather than harm. If she hears gossip, she feels uneasy. If she sees injustice, her heart refuses to stay silent. If she makes a mistake, she quickly turns back in repentance, because the thought of staying distant from Allah unsettles her soul. This is a sign of a living heart, one that Allah has kept alive with faith and sincerity. Even when the world glorifies sin and tries to normalize disobedience, her heart does not feel at home in such environments. She might be surrounded by negativity, but she does not absorb it because her inner compass keeps pointing her back to goodness. This is how Allah protects her from the inside, by giving her a heart that cannot settle in darkness. It always seeks the light, always returns to prayer, always feels drawn to kindness and compassion. Such a heart is a shield in itself, making it hard for negative influences to take root, because it belongs to the one who created it. My beloved sisters, when we look at these signs, inner peace in the face of trials, a strong shield of faith, clarity in decisions, hidden protection from the unseen, blessed companionship, and a heart that always leans toward goodness, we see how Allah's mercy wraps itself around a woman in ways she may not even realize. These are not small blessings, they are gifts from the most loving, signs that He is guiding, protecting, and elevating her, despite the challenges around her. If you find these signs in your life, be grateful, for they are proof that Allah is guarding you from harm seen and unseen. And if you feel you lack some of these signs, do not lose hope. Turn to Allah, strengthen your prayer, purify your heart, and seek His guidance sincerely. The moment you walk toward Him, He runs toward you with mercy, protection, and light. So leave behind fear and despair. Trust that the one who created you will never abandon you. With His protection, no negativity can break you, no darkness can consume you, and no harm can reach you unless He allows it. And if He allows it, it will only bring you closer to Him.